Hello, friends. Dumb Donald Trump doesn't want Americans to look at their wallet whenever they leave their house. When Americans go to work, or when Americans go to the grocery store, when Americans go to the restaurant to eat out, when Americans go to watch a movie, anything that Americans do that requires money, Donald Trump says, don't look at your wallet. Look at your heart. Look at your heart. How do you feel as an American? How do you feel? He doesn't want people to look at how much money they're spending, how much more money they're spending from 2, 3 years ago. But he says everything is okay. Gas price is down. The price of eggs is down. Everything is good. He wants Americans to believe everything is okay, not to live in the reality of everything being terrible. He wants everything. He wants Americans to just have this great feeling of everything being okay. But the reality is, Americans are looking at their wallet every single time. Every single time they drive to work, to the grocery store, to the movies, to wherever, they look at their wallet. They look at the price of gas because Americans drive. But Donald Trump, he is out of touch. One of the stupidest video happened yesterday where he was reading something and he was talking about the tax cut or whatever, no tax on tips or whatever. And he was reading this script and he says corner store. He's like, corner store? I've never heard of a corner store. Like, what is a corner store? I know what a corner store is, but I never heard of it this way. Nobody have ever told me to say it in this phrase. He's so out of touch. And he's not the only one. Like his stupid, whatever you call his name, the Secretary of the Treasury, whatever his stupid name is, he said the same thing last week. He said, Americans should look at their heart. Americans should look at their heart. Americans should not look at their wallet because, it's their heart. Their heart is much more important. They should look at your heart, look at their heart when they go to the grocery store, whatever, you know, even though everything is expensive. Just look at your heart. Just pay your bills with your heart. Pay your gas with your heart. Pay your grocery with your heart. These morons, they don't get it. They're so out of touch. I learned a long time ago that people actually vote with their wallet. They vote with their wallet. So if their wallet is hurting, they're not going to vote for you. They're going to vote for the other guy. And this whole thing, I believe this whole inflation nonsense, the whole thing with Iran and Venezuela and everything, this is basically a big win for the Democrats. They're still every day, like I think Americans have elections on Tuesdays. I don't know. But it's good for the Democrats because they keep winning these special elections. So, and I think dumb Donald Trump, is beginning to realize this because, he keeps on saying he's gonna wrap up this stupid Iran war, but he keeps on saying Iran is gonna give us everything. Iran has agreed to give us everything, but the problem is Iran is actually going around the American blockade. Um, Iran is actually still getting their oil. They're diverting the oil and they're still sending out their oil. So this stupid blockade makes no sense. It makes no sense because the Iranians are going around it. The other thing is the European countries led by Germany and France. They have come up with this agreement that exclude the US, the United States. So this agreement, it's basically gonna happen after this war is done, and UK and Britain, I mean UK and France and all these other countries, they're gonna work together on the Strait of Hormuz to make sure that their oil is safe and not attacked. Their ships go through the strait with no problems. So this is an amazing deal, because nobody trusts the Americans anymore because it's stupid Donald Trump. Stupid Donald Trump, he's a friggin' liar, but he's an idiot. But it's really crazy that this war is not over yet. These guys know they're losing, but they don't want to admit they're losing. But these guys, I mean, the stupid Americans. Meanwhile, the Democrats are winning back home, so it's pretty good for the Democrats. I don't think the Democrats are crying. They're winning, and that's good for them. Thank you very much.